time again. It is the age old lesson. Like, choose wisely and really think about that stuff. Because, like, do you really think that this person, there's nothing in some of these men that reflect commitment, family, all these different things that you want, but that ain't what they own. And then now you got somebody sending you messages that they slept with your baby daddy or whatever.
So now, since as we're gonna wrap up in a minute, but our final part of this, Diddy, I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
How much time you think he gonna get? Does he get convicted? Two-parter. Part one, does he get convicted? Part two, if he does get convicted, how much time does he actually end up doing, you think?
Well, the
early ballpark. This early, y'all. We have no insight. We just throwing it out there to see what we can come up with here.
I mean, I could probably have a better. Do I have a New York, right? I'm trying to think if I have any attorney friends in New York.
You want to wait on those predictions?
Well, yeah, because each one is 3. Yep. So be the prostitution,
the trafficking,
the guns, and the drugs. So it's the 3 counts.
I mean, the fact that they ain't letting them get bail, that's 5 to 10 minimum, right?
That's what I was gonna say.
The idea that they ain't even gonna let you get bail, dude. Cats get bail for breaking and entering somebody's crib and get bail.
So, New York sex trafficking and sentences and penalties.
Yep.
It's a Class B violent felony, and it's punishable by 5 to 25 years in prison.
Yeah, fine.
And additionally, the subject has to register as a sex offender.
Now, that's New York state law. This is a Fed case, though. So, what is the Fed laws on that?
That's
gonna be different because this the Feds coming after him. So, that's a different statute on that because, and he's going to spend if the Fed time you got to do 80-90% of that jail time. You don't get no hookups on Fed time. Because the interstate stuff.
So a minimum. Well, for I don't think. See, here's the thing: is where they're gonna have, where the only thing, the main thing where they would have the issue is if it's proving if some of those people were minors, which is what was said.
Hey, Aqualad, can you check real quick? Look up some of those federal doctrines real quick for us.
So, transporting a minor under the age of 18 for the purpose of sex trafficking could result in a minimum of a 10-year prison sentence. And then if the minor is between 14 and 18, a minimum of 15 years. And then a defendant who participates in sex trafficking crimes could face up to 20 years in prison. So it would be contingent upon the age of the people involved.
Does he plea?
I feel like, to be honest, that depending on what that plea is, if it's only a couple years, your ass is old, your ass need to take the deal and just register as a fucking sex offender, because why are you trying to fight it? Like, they got you on all this shit. You own the video camera.
That you recorded.
We got you on camera dragging Cassie down the hallway. It's no way you fighting that. Do I think people can change? Absolutely.
I don't think Diddy can, though.
Okay, there you go. I was going to follow up with that. I was going to say, do I think people can have a redemption?
Hell no. Because he had 30, 40 years to change his ways. He doing same bullshit he was doing in the 90s. If you look at all those other compatriots, some people will be like, oh, what these other people are doing it too. Not going to litigate that. They may have not. From all intents and purposes, all them cats got married, got girlfriends, got up out the game, and you ain't heard about them being doing no freak offs in 2019.
Well, and also, you want to know the other person that's been sticking by his side is Stevie J. And Stevie J finally posted for the first time
What do you say?
in a long time. Just him driving down the road on Instagram. No, his face not in the video or anything, but he probably that he was named in them suits too.
My thing is, man, this is literally Diddy is the idea of being the old nigga in the club. That's it. Think about none of his other compadres, comrades that are around the age same. We're doing the same shit he was doing still. Everybody else is up. Jay-Z up in the crib. Nas up in the crib.
Well, after Solange in that elevator, if I was Jay-Z, I would be in the crib too.
Right. No. Yeah. You 100%. But I'm just saying, though, Jay the only one that was hanging out with 24-year-olds. 23-year-olds. And dude, you be like, dude, what is wrong with you? Why you out here hanging out with these young people? Remember the drug mule dude that's supposed to be hanging out with him? Why? How are you hanging out with a kid from Syracuse that's 23, 24 years old, some random white kid? Why? Why are you hanging out with him?
Yeah. Like, that's a little fishy.
It's weirdo behavior, man. I'm sorry. It's weirdo behavior.
It's like,
and it's not even a thing of sexuality either, though. It's just weirdo behavior.
But that comes back, like, I'd be interested when he died. Somebody pick apart his brain and like investigate it or whatever. Like, he should donate his body to science, because I'm interested to see if his frontal lobe ever fully developed, because there's something in him that it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like you said, this person at home, this person stopped doing this, that person stopped doing that. Why are you still here? Why are you still like go to your I mean, go build the fucking science project with your kid.
Like, dude, why are you at the club and you got a newborn?
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, because we sound ageist, right?
No, that's not an ageist thing. We can go out and
but
go
it's also
but you've done everything already. Diddy have done everything already.
I was gonna say it in the sense of, I'm not saying that people of a certain age bracket can't go to the club. Like, I'm not saying that.
No,
what
he's going to the club with
like,
niggas that's 24.
Like, you go every weekend.
He is, and he's going with 24-year-olds. Why you ain't at 35?
Because all his friends are at home,
and that's the problem. And maybe these guys.
Like, my wife said I can't go, but can we go to a pool hall or do something like that? Shoot some darts.
Like, man, hey, man, you coming to the free call? This how the call go. You still doing this? Hell yeah. 30 years running.
Okay.
30 years running of free calls. I'm like, and then somebody be like, hey, man, don't you think you need to kind of like wrap those up?
Somebody told him that, and he wasn't friends with them no more, or he had them offed. But here's the question. Was TD Jakes in any of these videos?
We're not going to do it. We're not doing it. Because look,
have you ever been swallowed up?
I'll say this. That's a whole bunch of people scared around here with some of them tapes.
Yeah.
Look, first of all, if I know I've been around in some of these freakos, I'm getting my lawyer on it right now. Like, hey, feds, what y'all want to talk about?
Yeah.
I'm offering myself up. What I need this not to get out. What info you need from me?
Yeah.
I need my name not to be in none of this shit coming up. So I'm coming to you all with my hands out. Not my hands out, but like in contrite.
Hey, yeah. No, that's
what information do you need?
Yeah. No, and I think that's fair. I think that's valid, and it's just it's just a thing to rather be safe than sorry, so you're not blindsided.
Yep. Okay, so my name not in the thing.
Okay, so here's the thing. So that requires, if that's the case, do you think that there was like a log? So unlike, because
there's a log now. Because you have somebody from the Fed that sat there and was that's John.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody, they got it all written down. They got them got them pixelated cameras that, ooh, dang. Somebody's sitting there like,
Yeah, because that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, okay, so is there a log where they could go through? We hit similar to what they did, excuse me, to like for the Jeffrey Epstein, and they only released a part of that. You remember they supposed to release that whole log.
Yeah, but I mean, there's the feds know everybody on these tapes. That's why I said I knew I was at his crib and it was some freak offs going on, and I know that it was. Now the question is the way you maybe get around it. Did all these people know that they were being taped at their own at their consent? That's where you might better get out of it. If you're like, dude, I didn't even know I was being taped, so them releasing my name,
that would go back to,
but that would be illegal on them to release my name because I wasn't, my consent wasn't given to even have these tapes.
Right. Okay. So, but then that goes back to, since we're speaking about consent, that goes back to whatever was in the NDA. Because
you think people signed NDAs before freak offs?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, then there you go.
So that's where it gets tricky, at least because technically, if you can't prove that somebody else,
but if the NDA doesn't say that these are being taped, is my thing. I'm wondering.
It would all have to be in that NDA. So it's like you signing a waiver. So there will be cameras.
But I can just see it, and nobody talks about this. But him having secret camera tapes on his own, maybe the shit he did.
Okay, so so that's the thing. Them having to prove if this was a hidden camera versus if this was like out in the open, which also will go back to, again, what is in this consent form that you sign, because that's pretty much, depending on what's in that NDA, you are consenting.
I'm telling you, I think they were hidden cameras because I don't see any major celebrity. I'm saying like a major person where they can get really jammed up. There is no way.
No,
why they would sit there and let a open camera be out there.
So that's the thing. I think for certain people, I can see how you could say, okay, this is a hidden camera thing or whatever. But it goes back to what we talked about, trophies. So I could see potentially Leonardo DiCaprio, for example.
Oh, and you say he sent you a copy?
I could see that, because that goes back to just think about the crime. We was just watching True
Detective. That's a lot of trust in the Puffy. That's a lot of trust in the Puffy.
But listen, you thinking about it from the standpoint, they're looking at it from the legal standpoint. Hey, we signed this waiver. This is it blocks out this. You better believe some people likely, if you had a name, you got that shit before you went, and you're having your attorney look that shit over.
Damn.
Because this, let's be clear here. The freak offs are normal out here. Sex parties, all of that is normal out here. It's just not necessarily.
It's Miami too. Miami, Atlanta.
In any form of entertainment, corporate. Like if you are a big shot somewhere, this is normal. This is life to you. This is just like Ob's Wide Shut. Or think about True Detective when it was a season with Vince Vaughn.
Yes, the second season.
Yes. And ultimately, this is motherfucking blink twice. This is normal to people. And so you just sign in an NDA or whatever, consent, whatever the case may be. And you're going to kick it. You're going to turn up. And you think it's going to be one thing and it's something else. And I advise a lot of people to go see fucking Blink twice.
Yeah, I heard that's real good. Good. Zoe Kravitz, I heard is a real good up and coming star directing wise.
It is, and it's dark. It is dark, and it's kind of. She wanted to. Apparently, they wanted to call it. I just heard from my homeboy that work in the industry. She wanted to call it Pussy Island, but they was like, no. So it is literally something similar to likely the Epstein Island. But then when you learn about what the fuck is really going on and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that that would be the how other people can get jammed up is potentially on camera if you are seen administering some sort of cocktail to somebody. Because if let's say they called me and I was there, I was like, hey, I was sober. I know what I did. I can't speak to nobody else. It's to me, it's like deny, deny, deny. Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends because we got all the tea. And if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side so you can see other stuff and again share with everybody.